Hey, everybody. This is Mike Hoffman, and I'm with Eric Feldman from Longhorn Investments. And Eric and I thought during this time, this unprecedented times that we're having right now, that maybe a good time for everyone, for us to, at Longhorn, to talk about what we're seeing in the marketplace, what's going on right now. So we're going to do some, 5-6 minute videos. We're going to talk about different aspects of real estate, closings, the process, pricing, appraisals, comps, contractors, what other lenders are doing. And we're going to send some 5-6 minute little videos discussing these things. So Eric, let's start today and let's just talk about the process of buying and selling real estate during the time of the coronavirus. And let's just start with question number one. Are people buying and selling real estate right now?
I'm glad you asked, Mike. Yes, indeed they are. We are still, as you heard right now, the phones are still ringing here and people are buying properties. A little slower, I think, in general, across the board. People are being a little bit more cautious, but there's definitely deals to be had still.
Right. So, there's no doubt that you can still buy in real estate. You can still buy and sell real estate right now. But like Eric said, that the market has slowed down, right? There's definitely some caution out there. Obviously, because, we've had 17 million people file for unemployment in the last 3 weeks, so people don't have jobs. And, obviously we're worried about, people are worried about the pricing. But let's specifically talk about the process right now. Since transactions are still happening, what are we seeing in the market right now, Eric? How's it going with, shelter-in-place orders and things like that? How is that affecting the process of buying and selling real estate?
So I'd say in general, everybody's at a different time frame and speed than they were before, right? The name of our game has always been speed, ease of use. We can make this happen in, 3 seconds flat type of deal. Now it seems that everybody has to use different ways to be able to close a deal. They're having to go different means, be a little more creative. And so anybody from a title company to a surveyor to a lender, it seems like everybody's kind of taking a little more time to get things done because we have people working from home. We have the shelter in place, like you said. Certain businesses are considered essential, certain aren't. So we're having to work around that.
But that's a good point, right, though? So, and Longhorn, we lend in 6 states, so we're primarily focused on those 6 states, Texas, Missouri, Indiana, North Carolina, Alabama, and Tennessee. I believe all of those places have said that, for sure, title companies are essential workers.
Yeah.
And I think contractors, both for commercial properties, single-family homes, have been considered essential workers in most places.
Yeah, same for real estate, realtors and real estate, commercial, single family, all of it seems to be still going in business.
What about the appraisers and surveyors? Are they being considered essential workers in most places?
I believe they are. I think in connection to real estate, it just seems that everybody's working a little differently in how they do things.
Well, and also I think we have to be fair is that some people, just because they're considered an essential worker, they might not want to, get out there. The perfect example is the appraiser that we know. Some of our appraisers, they don't want to go to a house if it's occupied.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
They only want to go if it's empty, or if the folks will, go outside or do something like that. So I think, one of the main things that we want to emphasize to all of our folks listening is that if you're going to buy and sell real estate right now, let's have a little patience with everybody that you're going to be dealing with.
That's fair to say, and that's something we're preaching here, right? Because everybody needs to work together right now to get everything done on a deal.
And one more thing, Eric, I think we should touch on as far as the closings of properties. And I know in 5 out of the 6 states, there's a COVID-19 addendum people can add to contracts. What can you share with our folks about these COVID-19 addendums?
Yeah, we're seeing that used a lot and almost as a tool for our borrowers or the buyers. They're putting that into the contract and depends on the state and where everybody is if both parties have to agree to it. But I think most people, in light of what's going on, will. And what it does is it allows for an additional 30 days or maybe longer, depending on the place, where something happens as a result of the coronavirus. Somebody gets sick, maybe even third parties are affected. A title company can't close, or a lender. It protects the buyer and the seller to be able to take a little pause, right? Take 30 days to be able to figure that out. And if they can't get it worked out, they can get the earnest money back. But what a lot of people are using it as a tool to go back and renegotiate because, maybe prices have changed or the world changed overnight. So people are using that to their advantage right now in getting a better deal.
Right. And so we think, we would recommend to all of our borrowers, if you had a property under contract in the last 2 to 3 weeks, that you would use the COVID-19 clause to take a step back and pause and really go look at if the price that you put in your contract was the price that you want to pay right now. Because like Eric said, the world changed overnight. So Eric, thanks. That's all I want to, talk about on this video is just basically the process. So I think to sum up, we're going to say you can still close real estate deals right now, but you need to have some patience and some kindness for everybody, right?
Exactly. Everybody is people are struggling. People are going through a hard time. They're having to sometimes work harder just to be able to do what they usually do, right, in their course of business. So let's all work together and make deals happen.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much. That's going to do it for this round of our little Longhorn videos. Check in for our next one. Will be coming soon. Thanks.
Thank you very much.